Have you ever stopped mid-bite and thought, wait, could this be the thing that's quietly aging me from the inside out? Most folks don't. We just eat what we've always eaten. Toast in the morning, maybe bacon or a bit of sausage, a quick sandwich for lunch, and something easy for dinner. But here's where it gets sneaky. After 65, your body stops playing by the same rules it did in your 40s. The gut slows down, metabolism dips, arteries stiffen up a bit, and suddenly the stuff that once felt harmless can start hitting you like slow poison. The food I'm talking about hides behind shiny packaging and healthy labels. It's everywhere, in breakfast tables, diners, and even hospital cafeterias. Most people think it's safe because it's been around forever. But the truth? It's the silent thief of vitality. Refined white flour and everything made from it. Yeah, that soft bread, those golden pancakes, the crackers, the muffins that smell like childhood comfort. They're not your friends anymore. They've become the slick tricksters of modern food. When you cross 65, your insulin sensitivity drops, your gut bacteria changes, and what once gave you comfort now fuels inflammation that eats away at your joints, your memory, and your heart. Doctors in the US have been quietly warning about this, but big food companies keep the noise down. White flour is stripped of its nutrients, bleached to look pure, and packed into foods that feel like love but act like rust. It spikes your blood sugar faster than candy, leaving you tired, dizzy, and craving more. And over time, it forms a perfect storm. High blood pressure, belly fat, brain fog, and even depression. Crazy, right? But here's the catch, it doesn't hit all at once. It creeps in. You feel a little stiffer in the morning. Your stomach bloats after dinner. You lose energy, blame the weather or age, and maybe think it's just getting old. But it's not just age. It's chemistry. The same chemical that makes that white bread rise and look perfect is the same thing that's robbing your body's ability to heal itself. Americans over 60 are now the biggest consumers of processed carbs, mostly because they're cheap, soft, easy to chew, and comforting. But comfort foods can be cruel friends. I once met a retired truck driver in Arizona whose name was Carl. Strong as an ox his whole life. Used to brag he never missed a day's work. Then, at 67, he started getting dizzy spells and fatigue. Thought it was his blood pressure meds. Turned out he was living on biscuits, white rolls, and instant noodles. His blood sugar was swinging like a roller coaster. Once his doctor switched him to whole grains and added a little fiber and protein, boom. Within 3 months, he was walking 2 miles a day again, with his energy back and mind sharp. He said something I'll never forget. Turns out the food I loved most was slowly killing me. That hit hard, because how many of us are doing the same without knowing it? Now some might say, come on, it's just bread. But when that bread's been stripped, bleached, and treated with preservatives that your liver can't even pronounce, it's not just bread anymore. It's chemistry lab fluff disguised as food. Every bite you take forces your pancreas to pump extra insulin. Over time, that excess insulin triggers inflammation, joint stiffness, and even memory lapses. Scientists from the Mayo Clinic call it glycation damage, basically sugar from refined carbs attaching to your cells like tiny bits of glue, aging you from the inside. And the thing is, most folks never see it happening. They just feel slower, more tired, and more forgetful. They think, I'm just old. No, mate, your body's fighting a battle you don't even see. Your cells are starving for nutrients that got stripped out decades ago, in factories trying to make food cheaper and prettier. You see, back in the 1940s, America started bleaching flour to make it whiter. It looked cleaner, baked faster, and lasted longer. But that progress came with a cost. The natural oils, fiber, and B vitamins that kept people strong got wiped out. And when that white stuff became a daily habit, it began changing how we age. That's why doctors now quietly push whole grains, oats, quinoa, and even sourdough. Anything that still has its bran and germ intact. It's not about being fancy. It's about keeping your body's repair system alive. Because after 65, every cell counts. The older you get, the slower your body replaces damaged tissue. Feed it junk and it simply gives up sooner. Ever notice how some folks in their 70s look alive, glowing even, while others seem to fade? That's not just luck. That's cellular energy. And what you feed it determines how long it stays lit. I've seen people in Florida retirement homes completely transform after cutting out refined flour. Within weeks, their bloating dropped, their sleep improved, and some even said their arthritis pain eased. One lady, Nancy, used to say, I thought my age was the reason my knees hurt. Turns out it was my bagels. She laughed, but she meant it, because that simple shift gave her back her mornings, walks at sunrise, less stiffness, fewer naps. This isn't hype. It's physiology. The same white flour that fills your pantry also feeds harmful gut bacteria, the kind that trigger inflammation all through your system. Once your gut turns toxic, your immune system goes haywire, leading to fatigue, swollen joints, and even mood swings. And it's not just the flour. It's the way it's baked. High heat, hydrogenated oils, chemical softeners. Each layer adds more strain to a system already working overtime. Doctors call it invisible inflammation, and it's now being linked to everything from dementia to heart disease. Still, we don't talk about it enough. Maybe because it feels uncomfortable to blame something so ordinary. Bread is home. Bread is comfort. But sometimes comfort keeps you stuck. When you're past 65, your digestive enzymes decline. Your stomach acid lowers, meaning your body simply can't process refined carbs like it used to. What doesn't digest turns into sugar, and what turns into sugar feeds inflammation. That inflammation makes your joints ache, your eyes dull, and your memory fade. It's not just food, it's a lifestyle loop. You feel bad, so you eat easy foods. They make you worse, and round it goes. Breaking that loop is the secret most people never learn. And the thing is, you don't have to starve. You just need to swap smart. Whole grain toast instead of white. Fresh fruit instead of cookies. A handful of nuts instead of crackers. Even little changes light up your energy like a switch. One old chap in Texas, Ben, told me, "I thought feeling tired was normal till I quit white bread. Now I wake up before my alarm." That's the kind of power real food has. But the processed food industry doesn't want that message spreading. Why would they? White flour is cheap, addictive, and profitable. They add just enough sugar and salt to keep your brain craving it. It's designed to hook you. Ever wonder why you can't stop at one slice? That's not you being weak, that's biochemistry. It's literally engineered to make you overeat. Once you see that, you can't unsee it. It's not about guilt. It's about awareness. Once you hit your mid-60s, your margin for error shrinks. Your organs don't bounce back as fast. Your brain needs stable fuel, your heart needs clean arteries, and your skin needs steady collagen repair. White flour gives you none of that. Instead, it drains vitamins like B6 and magnesium that your nervous system depends on. That's why so many older folks feel anxious for no reason. It's not just stress, it's biochemical imbalance caused by food depletion. And the scary part? Doctors say it can all start from something as small as 2 slices of toast every morning. But here's the good news, your body forgives fast. Even at 70, you can heal. Give it a week without refined flour, and your digestion starts resetting. Your gut flora rebalances, your blood sugar levels flatten out, and your energy evens out. Some people report clearer thinking within days. Because when you stop feeding inflammation, your brain can finally breathe again. Your heart relaxes. Your joints stop screaming. That's the real anti-aging secret. Not pills, not potions, but what you don't eat. It's what you remove that lets your body return to balance. I've seen seniors who looked a decade younger just by quitting white flour. Their skin tightened, eyes brightened, and energy soared. One guy, a retired firefighter named Jim, used to say, "I traded my donuts for oatmeal and got my life back." It's almost poetic, because that's what this is about, getting life back. You're not old, you're inflamed. And the fix is simpler than anyone wants to admit. Cut out the fake stuff, eat real, move a bit. Hydrate, sleep, laugh. The basics that used to be normal before food turned into a chemistry project. America's aging generation deserves better than processed mush pretending to be nourishment. And this message, it's not about fear, it's about empowerment. You can start today. Next time you reach for that white bread or pastry, pause. Ask yourself, is this feeding my life or stealing it? Because every bite is a choice between fatigue or freedom, fog or focus, decay or renewal. That's not dramatic. That's biology. Your body's built to heal if you stop hurting it. And after 65, every meal matters. So maybe, just maybe, skip the white stuff. Your future self, that sharper, stronger, more vibrant version of you, will thank you. Remember, age doesn't decide your energy. Choices do. So choose life, not loaf. That's the real golden wisdom.